I'm Ryan from ExtremeTerrain.com, and this is my review and installation of the Superchips TrailDash2 fitting your 2003 to 2006 TJ. Today we're going to talk through the installation of this TrailDash, which is a very simple 1 out of 3 wrench process. You're really just getting it plugged in and getting it mounted onto the dash. There isn't really too much of an install to speak of. The whole thing will take you less than half an hour, but we'll talk more about that in just a second. We're also going to talk about the construction and a few of the features of this unit. If you're interested in getting a little bit more power out of your TJ, a tune is one way to do that. Now, if you've installed larger tires on your Jeep and you haven't re-geared it, I would always recommend re-gearing first. That is going to be the absolute best way to get that peppy feeling back in your Jeep by getting you back closer to your factory final drive ratio. However, if you've already re-geared and you're still looking for a little bit more power, a tune is a way to do that. Now, the 4.0 is definitely optimized right out of the factory, so I wouldn't expect to see a night and day difference, but if you're comfortable running a higher octane fuel, then a tune is a way to squeeze a little bit more power, a little bit more throttle response, and some more torque out of your Jeep. Now, this unit here is going to be for those of you who are looking to get that tune, but also want to monitor your Jeep. Unlike some other tuners, or say the Superchips Flash Pack, which is also available for your TJ, this is designed to be plugged into your OBD2 port, get that tune loaded into the ECU, but keep this on your dash so that you can have virtual gauges and really monitor what's going on in your TJ. The Flash Pack, you plug it in, you flash the tune onto the ECU and you put it in the glove box. Again, this stays there, gives you those virtual gauges and gives you a little bit more insight into what's going on with your TJ, which is a nice thing, especially if you've tuned the engine, you're making it work a little bit harder, you want to be able to keep an eye on things and make sure you're not going to hurt anything. The TrailDash is going to give you a 5-inch full-color touchscreen, which is going to give you access to all of the menus that you'll go through in order to get the tune loaded on your Jeep and to select which gauges you're seeing at any given point. Now, because this is designed to work on an older vehicle, this is for those 03 to 06 TJs, this isn't going to have all of the bells and whistles, all of the additional features that the same unit would have for a newer Jeep. There are a lot of things that the newer JKs do that the TJs don't do out of the factory, and they just don't have the capability of doing. So this is going to give you those tunes. Again, you're going to want to run a higher octane fuel, but you can get a little bit more power out of your Jeep, and it's going to give you those digital gauges, but it's not going to give you a ton of adjustment over a lot of other features because those features just don't exist on the TJ. So, if you are interested in having those digital gauges to be able to see what's going on in your Jeep, I think that this is going to be a nice option for you. If you really just want to get the tune and not have those digital gauges, the Superchips Flash Pack is going to be a better option. As I said before, there really isn't too much of an install to do with this. All you're really doing is plugging into your OBD2 port, pulling your cable up behind the dashboard to keep things nice and neat, plugging this unit in, there's just one wire with the HDMI cable, and using the included mount to get it attached onto the dashboard where you can see it and reach it, but it's not going to be in the way. From there, you'll go through your menus, flash your tune onto your ECU, and then go back to a screen where you can see those digital gauges. Again, you can pick which gauges you see at any given time, which is a nice feature. The TrailDash is going to come in at right around $500, which I don't think is a bad price for what you're getting. Again, you're not going to get all of the bells and whistles that you would get with this unit for your JK just because your TJ doesn't have that functionality built into it. However, for ease of use, for the color touchscreen, for how compact but also large the screen is on this device, I don't think $500 is a bad price for a tuner that's also giving you monitoring capabilities. Now, if you decide you don't want those monitoring capabilities, you don't want those digital gauges, you can go with the Superchips Flash Pack F5 for about $140 less than this unit. So if you're looking to squeeze a little bit of additional power out of your TJ, you want to get a tune, you're okay running a higher octane fuel, and you also want to be able to then monitor your engine by looking at some digital gauges on your dash, this is going to be a nice, compact, and easy to use unit. So that's my review of the Superchips TrailDash2 fitting all 2003 to 2006 TJs that you can find right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.